interesting, that, wasn't it? About blaming the referee, not happy about some of the decisions. I detected a little bit of frustration there in his voice. He's not used to coming up second best. I thought Brighton went toe-to-toe. I think the parts of that game, Man City was second best.
Yeah.
Have a look at the stats. Brighton had 20 shots to their 13, 7 on target to their 4. I think there's just a little bit of something going on in that interview.
No, come on, mate. He's just ticking a box.
Yeah.
Jace, he's just ticking boxes now until the FA Cup final. Let's be honest.
Well,
they've said it. They've been out. They've had a good time. They've won the league.
Yeah, okay.
They've got to come and play against a really good Brighton team who are fighting for Europe.
Yeah. But his reaction was... Do you not think his reaction was a little bit prickly? It's a foul. It's a foul.
No, it is a foul.
It's a foul.
No, it's a foul. Yeah.
So then, okay. So we agree. So,
I agree, it's a foul.
Okay, right.
But,
so, do you not think he's then Haaland a little bit? That it's almost insinuated that it's up against Haaland. Things are different. No, I think there's something more to that, Jay. He could have come out there and dealt with that so much. He's
come out and said, over.
Well, I very much doubt that, and I very much doubt they've been out all night as well. I think that's just smokescreen. I don't believe for 1 second, other than Grealish. I don't believe it. I have to say, I found that really interesting.
No, I think he's just...
It's his fault for Erling Haaland. Every ball to Erling Haaland is fault.
It's his fault. It's his fault. Where's that come
Every
from?
long ball is fault.
Where's that come from? No one has ever... That's the first I've ever heard anyone say that. It's always his fault.
Every long ball is fault.
What's that mean? No, mate. There's something there. There's something in that.
I don't think there's anything in that,
Jay,
mate. I really feel like he's just ticking a box.
No,
he's ticking boxes now till the FA Cup final, and then they all needed a rest, but they got to still play. They had to play 2 games. Yeah. They're champions.
Yeah, no, they are.
So the game for them is irrelevant tonight. They've had to go there, make sure they don't pick up injuries.
He said, I wrote it down here, retain their rhythm. I wrote that down in front of me. We have to retain our rhythm, and I felt.
How do you spell rhythm?
RITHE. It looks like a Z.
Yeah,
right.
Sounds right.
Rhythms. No, but I found it interesting.
Hold on, he has actually written down rhythm, and it's a mess.
Look at that.
What is that?
Read it out. I've written down retain their rhythm because that's what. I can't spell. I know that. I know that. What's it? Read it out, Jay.
R-I.
No, that's a Y. There's a Y there. It's a Y.
Is that a Y?
And after that, I don't know what it is. R-Y.
R-Y-T-H-O-O-N?
Double O. Rhythm. It's a rhythm.
It's a mess.
I did write it down. But I found it interesting that he said
Do a
retain their rhythm.
test,
and I got a funny feeling. He felt tonight they didn't quite retain their rhythm. I don't know. I found it strange. Why would he all of a sudden pick on Haaland that nothing goes his way when he's broke records this season? No? Or not? You're not seeing that?
I'm not seeing it. I'm just seeing a manager who, has put a team out there today to keep them ticking over. He's made changes when he's had to. He got players off the pitch when he needed to.
Did they retain their rhythm?
Yes, they played and they didn't pick up injuries, so they've retained their rhythm.
Well,
Simple as that.
That's not.
I thought they played well in parts of the game, but Brighton played very well as well. It was a really good game of football. No one's got injured. They've come off the pitch. It's irrelevant. The game's irrelevant for Man City.
No, I got the feeling he felt it wasn't.
I disagree. I'll tell you who's phoned us up. He ain't phoned us up for a while. It's Klobby, the Liverpool fan. Right,
here he is. Klobmeister.
Hi, you guys.
How are you, Klobby?
Oh, here he is. How you been, Klobby?
Yeah. Getting my mojo back now.
Good, mate. Good. Go on, what do you want to talk about, Klobby?
Before I talk about the main thing, right, Guardiola is feeling the pressure, the stress of trying to win the Champions League.
Nah, I'm not having
If he acts like that in the Champions League final, and Inter Milan are going to frustrate Man City, he would be sent off. The way he manhandled that linesman was disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. The way he pulled him back, he would have been sent off the pitch in NFL football. If you read what he's saying, it's feeling the pressure. That should have just been a null and void game. Who cares about whether we lose or whatever? Just a null and void game. We've won the Premier League title.
I think Klobby's right.
Let's look forward to the FA Cup and the Champions League. Couldn't care less about tonight. But the way he acted, he's feeling okay, I've got to win the Champions League now. I've got to win it.
Klobby might be onto something.
Yeah, I'm not having that.
I'm
not having that. I'm not having that.
Basically what I just said. I think
stressed. You can see
Klobby, I think you're right, Klobby.
Listen, he's won the Premier League title. He doesn't need to bother about the next 2 games, right? It's the FA Cup and particularly the Champions League is more important. He's making excuses already for whether they don't win the Champions League. And if you read what he's saying, that is just stress. He knows he has to win the Champions League, right?
Yeah, he knows he's got to win the Champions League, but he ain't going to win the Champions League, away from home against Brighton on a Wednesday night.
He didn't need to win today. He didn't need to put the whole team out. He didn't need to do it.
No, he does. He needs to tick them over. He needs to tick over, Klobby.
Yes, but he could have rested them and then played them.
Oh, rest them on Sunday. He'll rest them on Sunday, mate. He'll play them tonight, get a minute, and then he'll rest them Sunday.
You watch. Haaland will be playing on Sunday because if he wants to tick over Haaland, he hasn't scored 1 or 2 games in just recently. He wants him to tick over. That's when you get injuries. He's got to be extremely careful what he does. I'm telling you now, he is feeling the pressure, not so much for the FA Cup, but for the Champions League.
Klobby, let me ask you a question, right? Do you want Manchester City to win the Champions League?
No, of course not.
Good. Okay, fine. Just
why are you asking me that question?
Because
and the other question I want, which is absolutely, it drives Liverpool fans absolutely mad. Sir Bob Paisley, who should have been made a Sir after what he has done, you don't put him in that bracket of the greatest manager. He won 3 European Cups, thank you very much, and 6 championships. He won 13 titles in 9 years. I mean,
you can't win 13 titles in 9 years. It's impossible.
Well, check it up, my friends. Check it up. It's 13 trophies he's won.
Yeah, 13 trophies,
3
not titles.
European Cups.
Yeah.
6
He's got 6 league titles, 3 European Cups, 3 League Cups, a UEFA Cup, a UEFA Super Cup, and 6 Charity Shields. That's what he's got. I've got it in front of me.
But the more important thing, Jamie, is he won 3 European Cups. Guardiola hasn't even won anything yet. So before you start putting him in the bracket of Bob Paisley, Sir Bob Paisley, to the Liverpool fans,
if he wins the Champions League,
he will have to win it again and again.
Well, he's won it 3 times, though. That will be his 3rd Champions League if he wins it in a couple of weeks.
I'm talking about for Man City, Jamie. Don't be funny. I'm talking about for Man City.
We're talking about managers, though. Being the greatest ever.
You're talking about Man City, Jay.
Well, we're talking about, you spoke about it the other day, that Man City are probably the greatest team of the planet in the last 20 or 30 years, yet they haven't even won the Champions League or the European Cup yet. So don't put them in that bracket yet until they start winning that, okay? Liverpool won it twice on the trot, okay? You can't dismiss football in the last 30 years or whatever.
Right.
The football was played. Just like you can't dismiss Di Stefano doing a step over when Ronaldo has been doing it, but Di Stefano did it before he even was born. So you can't dismiss old football.
Klobby.
But I'm telling you,
Klobby,
he is feeling the pressure.
Klobby, who do you want to win the FA Cup? Manchester United or Man City?
That's a very good one. I would have to go for Man United. I don't want Man City.
Oh, gosh. Klobby. Oh, my God. Hold on.
And I'm saying that, and a lot of my friends would say the same thing.
Thank God I'm sat down.
To do the treble. They do not want them to do the treble.
No one does. No one does, except for O'Hara over here.
Klobby.
O'Hara wants them to win the treble.
We were going for the quadruple last year, and everybody was so happy when we didn't win the Premier League and the Champions League.
Klobby, wait there, because we've got Andy, who's a Man City fan. He says you're talking rubbish. All right, Andy?
All right, Andy.
All right, mate.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, good, mate.
Let me just tell you, I love the show, man.
Cheers, Andy.
It's fire. It's fire. Klobby, what are you talking about, bro?
Go on.
Nonsense. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Even if we don't win the Champions League, mate, over the last 7 years, we have dominated this league, bro. Absolutely hammered it.
What's your name?
Andy.
The pinnacle of football, right? The pinnacle of football.
Is the Premier League. You can't be the best team. You cannot be the best team in Europe if you are not the best team in your league.
It's the Champions
you can't be, bro.
League.
You can't be. You can't be.
It's not.
Mate, you've won loads of Champions Leagues, and respect to you, mate. Respect to you, right? And we're a new team. Right?
One at a time, lads. One at a time.
What you're talking about is nonsense. What we have done over the 100-point season, right, and winning it like you pushed us so hard, bro. You pushed us so hard.
I know we did.
You brought the best out of City. You did, right? And all these charges and whatever's going on, you can't deny what we have done on the pitch. You just can't deny it.
I totally agree with you, Andy. But would you really? Let's put it this way: would you,
mate? I would never swap a Premier League title for the Champions League. Never. If you're not the best team in your league, how can you say you're the best team in Europe? It can't be done. If you win the league and you put the Champions League on top, that's the icing, baby. You're the best.
Absolutely. So what I'm saying to you, Andy, is would you not take away 2 of those Premier League titles just to win the Champions League?
Never.
You never.
I want the Premier League every single year. I don't care about the Champions League.
I think you're...
Mate, I don't, because when it was the European Cup and they were knocking them out every single round, that was a proper tournament, and it was only the champions that were in it. That was a proper tournament.
Well,
but until you are the top team in your league, you cannot be the top team in Europe.
Andy,
if you're not the best team in your league, how can you be the best team in Europe?
Andy, put it this way.
No, go on, Klobby, mate.
Put it this way. The Premier League, and put it in this way. Okay, I'm going to just put it in this way. Okay?
Would you swap your Premier League? Would you swap your Premier League for another European Cup?
In Liverpool's case, because we've already won once in the last...
Would you?
Great question. He's got you there, Klobby.
He's got you there,
Klobby. He's got you.
It hasn't, because I'm telling you now, you would...
No, would you swap it, bro? Would you swap it?
If you don't swap it for the Champions League, right?
Mate, I would never swap one Premier League for a Champions League. Never once. Not once in the history of Andydom. Never once.
You're not a City supporter. You have got...
Since 1989, I've been supporting Man City, bro. So I've been up and down and all the way through it. And to be honest, I didn't think we'd win one Premier League, let alone what we're doing. So when I was playing football on the parks back in 1996 with my mates, and they would all say, "You're never going to win a league. You're never going to do nothing," and they're all United fans. And I'm going to high school and I'm getting abused by United fans, right? I don't care. Like, I've seen more than I could ever dream of, bro.
But the pinnacle
in my life, right? And not one football fan in this country is God-given right.
Okay, right. Listen, you two, right? They're going around in circles.
We've faded them out. Put them back up. See if they're still arguing.
You're completely right. I mean, I do not understand that. Where is City support?
Yeah, well, we put them down again. Let's. I mean, they're still arguing. They're still going at each other. I mean, we want to see if they're still going at it.
Oh, they are. They're still going.
Go on.
Yeah.
I love Klobby. I love Knuckles. Jackie Knuckles. I love you all. Give me a big shout. You know what I mean? But look,
honestly,
we got a break, boys. We got a break. Keep arguing. We'll see if you're still arguing afterwards.
I'll leave you to it. All right. I'll leave you to it.
The Sports Bar with Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. Monday to Thursday nights from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.